watched Paranorman with Vanya over Netflix.
That's the one with the dog, right?
Paranorman.
and white movie?
No, that's Frankenweenie.
Yeah, you're thinking Frankenweenie.
Yeah, Paranorman is Paranorman was produced by Leica Studios, who did Coraline.
But that's also black and white, though. Paranorman.
No, it's color. Yeah, so Paranorman is a movie that was released. It was their second movie. Their first movie, I believe, was Coraline. Their second movie was Paranorman, which is about this boy who can see ghosts. And the whole concept is that his uncle is this like crazy hobo-looking dude, and he always talks about like ghost rituals and breaking the witch's curse and all this wild shit. And his whole family kind of like disowned him. Like we don't like this guy. He's just like an outsider. And then the uncle dies, and the uncle's ghost visits the boy, and being like, "Oh, you're the only other person in the family who can see ghosts like I can, and you have to like put the witch to sleep. You have to read her the story and put her to sleep, because every year on Halloween, the uncle has to go read this story to her, and she falls asleep, and then she doesn't wreak havoc. But because he's gone, and the kid doesn't really believe him at first, so like basically the witch like resurrects, and all these zombies come out from under the ground and shit. So it's like, kind of like a fun Halloween movie. It's pretty cool.
That's the synopsis.
Kind of, yeah. And then
sounds
also
dumb. I was waiting for you to be.
And then there's also what else did they make? They made a movie. They made Kubo and the Two Strings. Same with that's also Leica. And they did a movie called Box Trolls, which I really like. That's a really good one. And they also made Missing Link, starring Hugh Jackman. It's an animated movie, but he voices the main character. I've never seen that one. Yeah. You never heard of Coraline?
Not Coraline.
Oh, I see.
I heard of Paranormal Coraline, but the other one's not.
I could have sworn Paranormal was black and white. But anyways, whatever.
That's Frankenweenie.
Is that actually Frankenweenie?
It's
Yes.
called Frankenweenie with that pointy nosed dog. It's a black and white movie.
Frankenweenie.
So how's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm
All right.
I'm living a life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best I can say for myself.
Wow. I hope it's a good one.
You know, who I keep bumping into.
Mm.
I keep bumping into Xavier.
Who?
From that
Xavier.
one episode when we did the campus episode.
ATM.
The Spanish guy. With Argentina.
Oh,
Yeah.
no shit.
Yeah, haven't talked to him once, but I keep seeing him.
That's cool.
And you know who else I saw? I saw on the bus the other day the girl that you said was super high when she was.
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
But like I saw.
We gotta cut that out. She's probably not gonna see it.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't know which girl was super high, anyways.
We did talk to multiple women.
We talked
so
to many women, but
they'll never know.
But yeah, so I saw her on the bus.
Is your mic on, Malcolm? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it's off
It's
again.
not.
There we go.
Oh God.
The same
Okay.
thing
Sorry, I didn't
happened
say
last week.
But yeah, so I saw her, and then like I immediately like pull out Snap so I could just be like doing something.
The weather
You
app.
didn't say anything?
No.
You know,
pulled it-
funny.
I thought
He pulled out the-
my. I don't know what you're gonna
He
say.
pulled out the calculator and started going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can't quite fit all of them, so you use 0. You go,
Wow. Well,
but
I'm
yeah.
glad that you're seeing people in the wild.
And I saw that girl who
You just saw everybody.
I saw
we
that
talked
girl
to.
who is Egyptian
Oh.
multiple times.
Who?
She didn't actually sit down to speak.
I'm sorry.
She
You were
stood there for like an hour saying she's gonna wait, or I'll go next, and just.
I'm sorry. She
didn't.
was so strange.
Matthew didn't
Was
talk.
she the
you
one
didn't talk to
talking
her.
shit?
No. You
No.
didn't talk.
Yeah,
You
she
were
was.
busy.
Yeah, she was.
She
No,
wasn't
she
talking
wasn't.
shit.
Oh wait.
It was a
she
different
wasn't.
girl.
That was a different
This
girl.
girl, the girl that Patrick was talking about, was like, super weird.
Yeah,
Like
she
her
was.
vibe was very not good.
I don't know how to describe
Huh.
it.
Like we know, like I walked up to her, and then it was like I didn't know her. It was my first time like saying hi. I was like, oh hey, whatever, how's it going? And she just kept like, she couldn't like make eye contact. Like she was just like chewing like candy, and she kept like looking off and being like, yeah, I'm good, and like super dismissive, super kind of like not there.
Yeah.
Had an air of like I'm better than everybody else. She was just really
Yeah.
wasn't like interacting on a human level with anybody. It's weird.
Yeah. It was weird. Like
I thought
I
it
don't know
was
if
just
I don't
me.
know if you thought the same. I thought she was pretty attractive, but like
I don't know.
oh, you didn't think she was attractive?
To me,
Really?
Is that what
She was-
this
she
is
was
getting?
alright.
That like you thought she was attractive?
No. I was just gonna say I thought she was attractive, but I agree with Mark that she
Oh.
was like
Dismissive. Kind of?
not dismissive, but she was
Awkward, weird.
she was like really like grandiose about herself.
Sure.
Mm.
Because she kept saying like, "Oh, I'm super interesting. Like, I want to come sit down, talk
No,
on the
but-
podcast." And
But
like,
she also, what she didn't know was that she wasn't like, no one was really getting her. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You know when you talk to people, you want them to get you. Like you want them to understand what you're saying. You want them to get a sense of who you are. You want them to like feel like your personality, feel like what, or at the very least, what you're communicating is making sense. But what she was saying wasn't really making sense, and I was like, I don't know who this person is. She's very like not there and just like a ghost. This was
She
really
kept
strange.
saying she had the hottest takes, and it was perfect for podcasts. And I was like, then just go sit down and give us the hottest takes, because that would be fun. And she goes, I can't do it for the internet.
Not for the takes are for myself.
It's funny
not for
because
the
this is
internet.
going to come out like weeks before
And
that
yeah,
does.
yeah,
so
yeah.
nobody
No one
really
knows
what we're
talking
talking
about. Oh,
about.
yeah,
And, but
that's
she's
right.
not gonna be on it anyways. She wasn't on it.
No, but I'm just saying generally, even for people watching, like
Oh, yeah.
they're not gonna know what the fuck we're talking about. But tune in
Now they
around
will.
Christmas time when we go on a fucking
Is that when we're
vacation.
releasing that Christmas time?
Yeah.
Like
wow.
closer to whenever we decide we're gonna take our break. I was just talking with Mark about that. I think actually maybe we have like tonight and maybe like 5 or 6 more
Okay.
episodes to do, because that'll take us till like we would stop on. This is inside baseball. Fuck it, this is
Yeah.
boring. But anyways, I'm glad you're living a life. I'm doing much better than
That's our
last week.
when are we gonna do a Christmas episode?
That'll probably be like one of the last ones we do before we're off for the
Are
year.
we all gonna wear a Santa hat?
I would like to.
That'd be fun.
I think
Like
I think
that.
the last day we're gonna be recording is December 7th. That's
Can we
gonna be
try
the last
attention?
Can we
Thursday.
try
Yeah.
eggnog? I've never
I've
had
never
eggnog.
had
I've never had eggnog. I've always
Oh my
wanted
god,
to.
we're
I've
trying
never had
eggnog.
Okay, so we gotta try eggnog for the
I've
Christmas
always wanted
episode.
to try eggnog because I like creamy desserts and kind of like dairy products.
You
I
like
love
white
cheese.
creamy in your
Egg,
mouth.
That's right. It's egg, yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
kind of turned me off.
It's like
though.
no, but it's like but the
I
thing
don't know what
It's
else
a
is in it, to be
drink.
but think about this. Think about like
Isn't
Bread-
eggnog?
bread.
But hold on. Isn't eggnog alcoholic?
I thought it was.
It,
It can
be,
be,
but I don't think it is
doesn't
like.
have to be.
No, is it? But isn't it like
Traditionally-
classically?
traditionally
So we
it
have
is.
to try the classic.
I want to
Yeah,
try both.
sure.
You can't try version.
I would do
virgin
both.
version.
I want to do both.
I would do like virgin and just
I want to do both.
load it up.
Okay,
with
we'll do
booze.
both just
I'll
to see
try-
what's
I'll take a
better.
sip.
Yeah.
I feel like there are just like any other drink, there are like variations of eggnog, and I want to try like kind of the basic traditional one versus like an apple cinnamon one.
Yeah,
I don't know, just like with interesting. flavors.
Imagine it's like life-changingly good. Like we
I've
drink
heard
it and we're
that.
like, this is like delicious.
Dude, I've heard people say eggnog is incredible. I don't know. I mean,
I want to try it.
I've
feel like
also never seen anyone around me ever drink it.
That's what I'm
se-
saying.
I've seen it on the I've seen it in the movies. I've seen
Exactly.
it in shows.
I feel like it's bigger in the States for some reason than
Maybe.
it probably is.
But Malcolm's right. I've never seen eggnog in person in
No,
front of
I
me.
know, isn't that
Not
weird?
once. Like I've never because if I had, I would have tried it already.
I feel like they only sell it at the grocery store. Like you don't go to a fucking random place
Wait,
and
what do
just
you-
have eggnog.
Just out of curiosity, what do you do for Christmas? Do you have like a big family? Because I associate eggnog with like. Forgive me for playing the race card here,
Here we
but
go.
I associate eggnog with white people.
Okay, Jesus.
And, like-
you said you were about to play the race card, and I was like, "Where's he going?"
It's okay.
But you
that
were
I said white
attacking-
people.
yeah, you were attacking
I'm not
the whites,
attacking
so
any.
it's okay.
I'm not attacking any.
Continue your
race.
assault.
Oh my god.
Why are you attacking?
Why are you attacking white people?
No, but you
I'm
associate
associating
eggnog
with
as
white
a,
people, but like big family, Christmas time setting kind of thing. Does
It's,
that make sense?
it's
Even though I
beginning
have-
to look a lot.
You know, I have a big family setting around Christmas
A
time.
big white family.
Never.
Half,
eggnog.
only half your family's white though.
Wait,
So it
well,
doesn't
when
count.
I do my white family,
Yeah.
there's never eggnog. Well, I mean, I don't know if eggnog is like. I mean,
Do you ever?
it's like French side?
Do you ever
people.
try to like shame the white half of your family into
to what?
drinking eggnog.
nothing? I was just gonna say
Also-
something along the lines of them being
French, white.
no, just some
Oh.
woke stuff.
Colonizers.
Colonizers
Oh.
or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, Matty, side
Mm.
note. For the Christmas episode, could you make the back green and do like
Mm.
snowflakes dropping through the whole episode?
So here's the thing. When I made the Halloween one, I also made the Christmas one. I'm not even going to pull it up. I'll pull it up when we're not recording. But so I do have a Christmas one where I think it's green background with like the
Red? Love
writing.
it.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out the snowflake thing because I had the same thought of like it would be nice if there was like constant snowflakes falling. I still have to figure that. I mean, it's not that hard.
Dude,
but I
this
still have
sounds
to
good.
actually do it because
Look
I
at-
want the same thing.
So
Really cool.
eggnog, historically also known as milk punch,
Ooh.
That sounds.
or an egg milk punch when alcoholic beverages are added.
Mm.
It is a rich, chilled, sweetened, dairy-based beverage. It's
Mm.
traditionally made with milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks, and whipped egg whites. The flavor traditionally is custard.
I mean, that,
That
sounds,
sounds-
all
honestly, I
pretty
like
good
custard.
to me.
I like custard.
I
So I
think
think
You
that'd
don't
be
like
good.
eggs. Why does that sound good to you?
But like everything together, and I'm starting to turn a corner on eggs.
You
a
better
little,
be. You better
a
be.
little, not all the way, but a little.
I feel like it's such a Western thing to have eggs
That
for
looks-
breakfast.
That looks delightful.
Honestly, it does look. with
That looks
little
fucking
cinnamon
delicious.
in there and the whipped cream. That looks
Mhm.
great.
Is that cinnamon straw, Mark?
Yeah, that is.
Should we make
Do you
it like that?
do you drink out of that? You think?
I hate
Um,
cinnamon, so I will take none in
How
mine.
do you hate cinnamon?
Because it's ass.
Cinnamon is better than
Cinnamon's
vanilla.
delicious.
That looks
better than vanilla.
Yeah.
Kill
That-
yourself.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, they rimmed the glass.
I
and
think that if
everything?
you're a fan of, I think it's safe to say if you're a fan of Boston cream, you'll like that because it's
Mm.
literally just like the same custardy type taste. It's apparently.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me
now.
too.
Look forward to the Christmas episode, everybody, where we drink
Very
eggnog.
looking forward to it.
Anyways,
Where we drink cream.
where we drink some white
Hot
cream.
white cream.
Yeah. No, it's cold.
Cold
We
white cream.
drink
sorry.
It's
Chilled
cold.
white cream.
Cold brew cream.
Anyways,
Okay, let's get out of it. Let's get out of this cold open.
Quickly get away from this. Welcome back to episode 34.
Get the hell off your phone.
Of Wildly Adequate, the show about anything, everything, and usually nothing. I am 1/4 of your host and crew, Mr. Matthew Urso, and I am joined by, as always,
Patrick Fahim.
Mark,
Malcolm.
wow, the gang's all here.
I really want a McDonald's ice cream sundae right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go to McDonald's after this because I'm also hungry. I believe I'm starting today.
You are.
So usually I know what I'm going to talk about, and today I fucking did know, and I
So
decided,
now we're improvising. Let's do it.
I decided like 30 minutes. No, it's a topic I've had on my
he
list
he
of
agreed to go
topics.
first, and he goes, let's see.
Ceiling.
Three other people were gonna go, and he was like, no, I'll go.
No, so I would like to talk about, hopefully a little more lighthearted than my shenanigans from last week, immortality, and basically the question
That
of
doesn't sound light.
the
Death.
question
Let's talk
of,
about death.
would you live forever if you could?
Absolutely not. I would never
That
want to
is
live
such
forever.
a hot take.
No, it is not.
You would. It's not a hot take.
Well, I don't think so. I feel like
a hot take means that
I understand it's that's a rare opinion, but I don't think it's a rare opinion. And let me tell you why.
No.
To me, it's always been no, never, because to me, again, I've talked about this before. A part of the beauty of life is that it's temporary. A part of the beauty of moments of your life are that they are temporary. And so to me, making relationships, having a family, having best friends, having all this stuff that you go through, to me would not be as special and is not as meaningful if you just lived forever and ever and ever.
Screw that, bro.
But listen, to me, so it's like everybody that you love, your potential inevitable like wife, kids, all that stuff, they're all gonna die. Your family's all gonna die, and then thousands of years are gonna pass, and you're still gonna be around. And I think at some point, I feel like I would lose purpose because like I feel like I'm not working for my family. I'm not working for my passion. It's like at some point I feel like I would feel depressed, and I want to experience life, and then I want it to be gone at some point because, to me, again, that's what makes it beautiful is it being like fleeting in a way. That's how I've always felt, like especially the whole family and friends and loved ones all dying and you having to move on. It's like, to me, that's horrible.
You're telling me you wouldn't be able to hold me in my dying breaths, knowing that you're gonna live forever and I'm just about to be deceased.
I don't want to live forever. To me, again, to me the idea of living forever is scarier than dying. Seriously,
That's insanity, bro.
like to me, it's scary that I'm never gonna die.
Matthew, in your scenario, is it just me who's immortal, or is it
I don't think
everyone?
I think it's
No,
just
it's
you.
like it's you.
it's just me?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Wow.
Why?
I'm immortal.
Why are you doing it?
Your wife and kids are all dead. And
I don't have a wife and I
Yeah.
don't have kids.
No.
Checkmate.
I'm saying when you're older and you plan on having a wife and kids.
How
at
many
some point
wives
they're
I'm
all
gonna
gonna
have.
how many
I'm
wives
gonna
are you gonna
have
have
way
over the
more
years?
generations than Genghis Khan or whoever. I'm gonna have way.
At a certain
Way
point,
more
the population
progeny
is
than
just gonna
him.
Be Fahim's.
Just
The
keep,
whole world.
The
of
whole
Fahim.
world's
just
gonna be
keep
just my
slamming
progeny.
away.
And you probably have like at that
Just-
point you're like, I have nothing to do. I guess I might as well like start a family in each country of the world. Why not like start everywhere?
On a more serious note, I feel like what you're saying is right. You'd start losing, like you'd start grasping for meaning,
Yeah.
and I think that inevitably you'll find meaning in the advancement of
Humanity.
either
Probably.
humanity, technology, science.
I don't disagree that you'll find meaning at some point, but to me it's not the meaning that I want. Like to me I want it to be my life right now, and I want to share. I feel like a part of life is like sharing
Mhm.
experiences with your loved ones, sharing happy moments, sharing laughter, all that sort of stuff. Like nothing is really, you're never truly happy if you're just like by yourself all the time. Like even if you have a low social battery, like love is what life is about in many ways. So to me it's like, yeah, I feel like a part of love to me is I'd like to have that same experience with my partner where we kind of grow old together. I don't know. It's like that sort of thing I think is nice. And I think it's like important for life.
Malcolm.
It's important for life. That's precisely the opposite for life. It's not important. It's detrimental for life.
What do you mean?
Growing old.
No, but I'm saying it's important for like happiness, I guess I'd say. Or for, it's important to me at least.
Okay.
When I think about immortality, I think around the same way as Mark.
Mm.
Like, I feel like things are just going to lose meaning and life is kind of going to become bland and really sad and depressing. But if I were to live forever, I would just look forward to like technology and I'd love to see where the world goes. I feel like there's going to be, I want to experience flying cars. It's going to happen.
Or different planets, like humanity going to different
Yeah,
planets.
like imagine like travel to space. You can travel to Mars eventually. Maybe we can go to like, I don't know, light years away.
I think they're planning on commercializing that at some point in the future of like,
for sure.
like sending groups of people to like Mars to like see it for a while.
Colonize
Yeah.
it.
Get us on that red. Yeah, get us fucking on Mars.
A Martian. Oh my god.
And
I want
but
my
that's-
first kid to be a
I was
Martian.
gonna say, but that's like a real thing that's going to happen. There's
Yeah.
going to be a point in human history where like the first Martian human is like
That's gonna be
born.
my kid, bro.
That's gonna be your kid. We're that close.
Yeah, to me it's like I get what but I know what you're saying though. I feel like humans just adapt. You'd find meaning, and I'm sure hopefully you'd reach a point where you're happy and satisfied and everything. But
You
to
turn
me,
to Omni-Man.
yeah, maybe. Or I was thinking Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy
Mm.
too, where he's kind of like he like has this grand plan because like he's been around for so long that nothing makes him happy anymore, nothing satisfies him. So he has this like ultimate plan that's like he's reaching for. And so to me, I feel like, what I want is to live happily with my loved ones, and at some point when they're gone, and I want to be gone too. I don't want to live forever. I just don't want to live forever.
Could I kill myself in this scenario?
So this is what I was gonna
I
say.
don't know.
Because maybe like I could live
I
for
think
2 millennia and be like, okay,
yes,
I'm done
this
now.
is
Bad,
my
though.
thing when it comes to immortality. I think I would take the immortality deal with the catch or like the caveat that I can't die, but at any moment I could be like, all right, I'm done, and I could just kill myself.
But
So he's right. That's so depressing.
but typically that's not a part of. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I think traditional immortality is like you just can't die no
How
matter
do you
what.
age?
Yes.
How are you aging in this scenario?
In my
Do you age?
kind of head
You stay your
canon,
age.
you would get to like I would say you would get to like your prime, let's say, so maybe you hit like
25.
30 and then like that's it.
That's
like
the-
you're permanently 30. And I get the whole thing of like again, I'm just kind of being more loose with it where it's like I don't know if I would do it if I couldn't kill myself. Because I don't necessarily... Well, I think of it in more of a comedic sense of, like, if a fucking nuclear war happens and Earth's just done and I'm just standing there in the ashes, like, well, like, now I'm alone. Like, I don't like that, but I also just... The literal sense of, like... I don't like how final it would be of, like, yeah, you're going to live forever and you can't die ever. Like, I don't like how final that is. Obviously, death is final, too, But I think if given the choice of like you can be immortal for as long as you want kind of thing, and then you could kill yourself, I think I would take that probably no questions asked. Because to me it's like I get the whole you are right in the sense of like the finality of life and the beauty in that. And like also the whole thing of like having to, lose all of your loved ones and like all that kind of shit. But I am somebody who is like generally speaking, I'm like curious about things. So it's like to me would want to be like I want to stick around to see like space travel and like all these crazy technologies.
But you can't fast forward though. So it might be hundreds of years before you see
Sure,
even if I can't kill myself, I'm picking immortality.
Wow, he's doing it. I just want to
doubling
see
down.
all these things. And the
Forever.
other thing is like even shit like I get what you're saying. Like
Forever.
it might take a while, but even my attitude is like even life now. And again, I think there's a very compelling argument of like it's the way it is and it's kind of the beauty of things. But I think about like how much like art or food or places to visit or people you meet or like all these things that in a normal 80-year lifespan on this earth you're never going to be able to do it all.
Okay, but here's my thing though.
And the idea to me of being able to like experience it all in quotes
But then
is
what?
like an enticing idea.
But then imagine, okay, first of all, you're not getting infinite money. So, like, the experiences you have are bound by money. So, like, I guess you might say that because you're living forever, you're going to find out the best way to make money over, let's say, even if it takes 500 years for you to be, like, a billionaire or whatever it is. But to me, it's like you're still bound by money.
Sure.
And then also, because you live not for a very long time, but forever. You're gonna live forever.
Mhm.
So you're eventually gonna try everything that is to exist,
Mhm.
and then what? You have to wait for the new thing to come out.
But
So
that's
it's
what I'm
it's
saying.
like-
There's all. I don't think it's. I want to try everything that exists, but I don't think I'm ever going to be able to catch up. Still, is the thing.
But aren't experiences good because they're rare? To me, it's like if I was able to go to Japan every single day and see the cherry blossoms every single day for a million years, it wouldn't become special anymore.
Well, it's not even like I want to do things constantly. It's just I want to be like I would want to, for example, be able to say like I'm gonna go live in Japan for 20 years and just live there for 20 years
But
and
you can do
become
that.
like
But you can do
fully
that
immersed in
now.
it. Yeah, but it's like
Not
at
getting
what
those 20 years
cost
back.
kind of thing, you know?
What would be like if you can work
Like
there?
if I'm just away from my friends and family and like if I guess what I'm saying to me is like my game plan in quotes would be like I would wait another
Till
80
we're all
or so
gone,
years.
and then he would go
Yes,
in Japan.
I straight up would. I would wait like 80 to 100 years till like everybody in my life currently
Died out.
is gone,
Say died out.
died, passed away, vanquished, maybe at my hands.
perish.
You wouldn't want to go to Japan with me? I don't understand. Like, how selfish is that?
It's not that. It's just what I'm saying is like once I had no more like attachments in that sense, I would still have family because like if I have kids and they have kids, like I'm gonna still have.
You'll be the grandfather
Lineage.
that's always around.
Yeah, I'll be
baby.
like the
Great grandpa.
Yeah, like I'll have a sort of like lineage that will be like interesting to keep up with and like see
I don't know
those
how many
people.
funerals you're gonna have to attend.
Oh, good lord!
Eh,
Everybody.
At
I
some
know.
point, he just stop. Obviously.
yeah, I give up at a certain
and
point.
they'd be like, "What an asshole! You didn't even tell me he was living forever."
But so that's the thing where it's like once I
He's
had
not losing time.
once
No.
I had no
It's not
more
sacrifice for him.
He's busy forever.
once I had no more attachments in that broad sense, then to me it would be the thing of like, okay, now that I'm on my own, let me go spend 50 years in Japan. Let me go spend 50 years in Italy. Like I would want to just like
Yeah.
do all these things.
You'd want to
you
just
know?
live multiple lives.
Would
Also,
you kind of?
to me, there is a beautiful part of having no connections to anybody ever.
Honestly,
Yes.
you
There's a
could.
bit of a beautiful thing to it. Not that much, because to me, connections are the most important thing to me in my life.
But I think
at
you
the same
would
time,
always be constantly making new connections, you know? Like
Sure.
everywhere you went and everything you did, you'd be meeting and like making new friendships.
The problem
and, like,
with
all this
that
stuff.
is
But
every single connection you'd be making is going to be shallow, surface level.
Well, I don't think that. I
I-
think it's just that
I-
it's finite.
You said you'll be constantly making new connections
Yeah.
with people. Oh, you're saying you'll be building new connections,
I'm
not just
saying
like meeting new
it's
people.
literally like-
No,
it's li- it's
obviously,
like
everywhere
Omni-Man.
you go, you're going to be meeting
Really
new
Omni-Man.
people. But what I'm saying is, like, if I said, for example, I'm immortal, I'm going to go live in Japan for 50 years. In those 50 years,
yeah, you'll have.
I would make friends. I might find like a new love, like all this kind of
Yep.
shit that might all happen.
But imagine your new wife being like, how many families have you had before me? And you go, I've had 27 families
I'm
before you. 'cause
Genghis Khan, bitch.
I've been alive for like 10,000 years, and I've had like 17
Do
families.
you want to meet
since
my
you.
27 different great
Yeah,
great
so
grandchildren?
to me, like Patrick said, there might be a shallow aspect of that where your loved ones might be like, yeah, you're gonna spend like my life with me, but I'm just like a tiny little
I take
piece
the
of your
shallow
life.
thing back.
You do?
I do. I thought he was talking about like quick connections.
No, I don't
Oh.
think I don't see me. I don't look at it as a shallow thing. I look at it as just acknowledging like the end point to it and like that it is a finite thing and coming to terms with
I don't
that.
think
Yeah,
I'd
this-
wanna. I don't think I'd wanna do that though.
It-
Like in terms of like, I feel like at some point
You wouldn't want to have
after
another wife. You're saying?
after wife or family number 8, I'd be like, God, I really liked 4. Like 4 was the one that I
Four
wish.
was a sweet spot.
Yeah, like 4, I wish I could be on my deathbed and 4 be there with me.
But you don't even have to do like having families or like love. Like it doesn't even have to be that.
Yeah, but that's
serious.
to me, but
committing
to
a
me
lot
that's
of crime.
To me, that's the best part of life. If you have no family and no love, what's the point?
also,
I think you just it would be like it'd be family in the sense of like friends and like people you care about, not necessarily like romantic.
so
I'm saying.
Matthew, I
But
just
some
want
people need that. Is what I'm
I just want to
Sure.
understand your proposition of
Mm.
experiencing everything. So
Mhm.
by that logic, you would want to have, families maybe in all different kinds of countries. You'd want to lean maybe the other way as well.
That's so weird.
Try to
Definitely not going gay.
Well, why
no.
not?
I mean,
experience everything.
I suppose.
wanna
if
go
I-
to,
Are
like,
you gonna
another
Are
country
you going to
bec-
commit crimes and go to
That's
jail?
what I was gonna say. Would you want to go to another country, commit crimes, be a
no, because
be a
I
mafia
don't,
boss?
I don't desire to do those things.
But you want to
necessarily.
experience everything.
Kill some time.
I guess maybe I would just spend like one lifetime of like I'm just gonna be.
I guess one
criminal.
Just one life.
I mean,
So-
I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm gonna be gay and a criminal.
I feel
in
like
this one lifetime.
I feel like we're not considering that people would like try to like capture you and like do tests
The
on
thing-
you.
Sure,
the
there's
thing
also
is,
a real world
the
element
thing
to
is
this
he
of
can't-
like I'm immortal, and
But
people would be
Matthew-
like, "Well, we need to figure out what's up with
But,
you."
but Matthew, you can you can be sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Omnipotent.
Jesus. I might
Well,
just
I
try
said-
and be like, I'm Jesus. I'm
No,
immortal.
No. You could be
Transcendent.
Next prophet.
nefarious with it.
Sure.
You
Dr.
can.
Nefarious.
You can. What you can do is. An Italian version of you. Wait, you're already Italian.
So the same.
A French version of you.
Sure.
Then if you want to go live in
Oh.
Japan, be a different, like have a different name. Don't go with the same identity.
That
you
would
can
be the
start
other thing
changing your
too. I
identity.
think as I would go on through time, I would take on like different aliases.
Of
Jacques-
course,
Jacques-
but then you'd get found out if you didn't do that. You'd have to shave the beard every once in a
Like
while,
if I
dye your
moved,
hair.
but I don't even think people would pay that close attention. I'm just saying if I moved to Japan, like if I, after like 100 years of living my current life, if I took all my money and assets and everything and went and moved to Japan, I would just keep all that shit with me and then be like, yeah, I'm, fucking Steve, whatever.
I just like imagining Matty like blonde with no beard, and he's walking around, and all the cops are looking for the old him, and he's like,
He's
like,
Ken.
looking at yeah.
just hanging around. But so I don't know. And the immortality thing is the other thing I wanted to touch on this in a slightly more real sense is like, and this might be a broader topic later on, but like the idea that being immortal in a sense isn't actually that far-fetched anymore or like far away in the real world. And what I mean by that is like when people are already and like continue talking about this idea of like you might be able to put your consciousness into like a computer one day and just like have backups of yourself, which basically means like you could just exist forever as like a computer thing or whatever, or like put your
scary.
consciousness in like a robot you
I'm not gonna lie to you.
and
I
just
don't.
live forever kind of thing.
I don't buy any of that.
I think it's
I don't think-
more likely than it's not.
I don't. I don't.
the way
Think, I don't
things
think.
are
I don't
going.
think humanity's necessarily close to that, but I mean, maybe someday.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's possible now. I don't
Not
think it's
for,
possible
like-
in the near future,
yeah.
but I think it's possible in a very long time.
Not for a while, but it's kind of like even with like I don't know, like because I was just watching some podcast where they were talking about this idea of like transhumanism and the idea of like, eventually science and technology and shit getting to a point where it's like, oh, my leg kind of doesn't work. Guess I'll get it lopped off and replaced with like a robot one that's like a million times better. Or it's like,
I
why not
I
just
think
be a
that.
robot
I think
from
that
the
already.
get-go?
I think that already exists. I think
No,
there. I think there are.
he's talking about a mega,
not like a
Cybertronic
prosthetic, like a
leg.
straight up like.
A
Or the idea of
superhuman
like if somebody
prosthetic
was
leg.
if
But
like
I'm
somebody
saying-
was born and they're like, oh, my eyes, like I would need glasses, my eyes don't work. It's like, oh, just get eye implants. Like we'll take your eyes out and put in new ones to let you see like a fucking hawk.
So then just be a robot from the get go. Don't have flesh.
I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying with this idea of like transhumanism and like
if anytime you watch
changing ourselves and trying to be like better in quotes.
anytime you watch a cyberpunk thing, like Blade Runner or Cyberpunk, like the game, there's always like all these humans that are like augmented. They
Yeah.
have, like half their face is a robot and their arm and then their leg is like cool.
Yeah, which is like
Kano.
a whole other.
Kano, that's right.
Kano.
Never mind.
That's like a whole other thing that I think is maybe interesting to get into one
We should
day.
do a topic of
But
like
it's-
our next topic should be like what augmentation would we want?
Exactly. Bigger dick. But it's
Robot dick?
robot dick. So it just does.
God.
So it like
Robo
vibrates
God.
and pumps and whatever.
All right.
But yeah. So I don't know. It's like this idea of immortality. I think is, and people infinitely smarter than me have talked about it. Where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not.
That's not hard to find, man.
It's not. It's not like imminent, but it's also not like
impossible.
impossible. Like
I
there's
laugh
definitely-
at those fools in the face.
There's definitely science and work being put into like investigating it, kind of thing.
Interesting.
But anyways,
Immortality.
so immortality. Would you live forever?
No.
Sounds like Mark and Malcolm wouldn't. And Patrick and I might be fucking palling around.
might.
and-
If my last thing I'll
Definitely.
say is if I could bring my like,
Don't say
my-
it. You're gonna break my heart.
no, I'm saying if I could bring my wife and my love, like my
No,
if I could,
Patrick.
like if for example, if all of us could do that and also my wife and kids and shit
What
in
if
the future.
just all of us? No wife, no kids.
Wow!
Wife and kids
I'm-
have to
I
die.
didn't say
even
no.
Even if the out of like you can live as long as you want and then
Yeah.
kill yourself, even that you wouldn't take. Like just to be like,
No.
let me pal around for a couple hundred years and see what's up.
Because all the time in the back of my head, I'm gonna be like, well, when am I gonna kill myself? I have to figure that out at some point.
But you don't have to. It's like you don't
Yeah.
have to kill yourself.
Just
It's
snap
just
your
if you
finger.
want to at some point.
Yeah, but you know when you procrastinate on certain things, like for example,
such a crazy.
no, I swear to God, like if you have a goal generally in life, or you want you need to do something at some point,
Right.
even if it's not anytime close, and even if you don't necessarily have to worry about it, like I'm gonna worry about it. I'm gonna stress and be like, shit,
gonna kill myself?
when do I
How am
decide
I
to
gonna
do
kill
that?
myself?
Because the longer
How am I gonna do it? When am I gonna
the
do
longer
it?
you live and the more experiences you have, maybe the more invested you'll be in Earth.
There you go. So then there's no problem. Be like, okay, I don't have to take this out.
Yeah, but the main problem to me is the loved one thing, which is
Okay.
if I could bring everybody with me, sure.
Yeah,
He'll get over it. in
but
100
not
years.
but not if it was us. Like you have to have your wife there. Like we're not.
Well, it depends. If I'm in the future, if I have a wife,
Single.
if I have a wife and kids in the future,
Yeah.
and they couldn't live with me forever, but only my friends can, I don't think I'd do it.
Good
because
riddance, bro.
But to me at that point, like let's say we all have our own individual like wives and families and shit.
Good riddance. I'm kidding. I'm
So
kidding.
it's at that point, I think if we all have our own families, then I don't think we'd all be very quick to just be like, all right, well they're gone. Let's just
In the present moment now.
Have a good time.
In the present moment now.
in the present moment now would I just ditch everybody?
No, would you be immortal with all three of us?
If everybody could come, yeah.
But you still have the problem of you're gonna have a wife eventually. I'm assuming you'll have a wife eventually, kids, and then they're gonna die.
Yeah,
so
but-
what's different?
Just assume you're gonna live longer anyways. Except and you do get over it. Except for you're immortal now.
I don't know. I'm still
So you wouldn't be immortal with us.
not right now.
Okay.
Not right now.
Not right now, not in the future, not
We'll
ever.
leave Mark in the dirt
Oh,
with the
nah.
worms.
Again, if everybody that I love, yeah, maybe.
Mm,
I don't know.
Well,
who knows?
I'll tell you this though.
Mm.
I would visit your grave every 100 years.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Sometimes. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I also just did want to toss this out too for the immortality thing. I think what also factors into it too for me is like the religion angle. So it's like, and this is going to be a topic for sure one day of like God. So being an atheist, God. Being an atheist, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, when you die, like the fucking lights go out and that's it kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like I'm not missing anything like an afterlife, and I'm also preventing myself from the lights going out. So there is that kind of like added thing with the immortality of like, okay, cool, like I can stick around a little longer
Isn't there
before
something-
I'm cast into the fucking oblivion.
But again, isn't there something beautiful about isn't there something beautiful about the lights going out and that's it?
Yeah,
There's nothing beautiful about that.
there is,
At the end
which
of
is
life.
also why when people
You're
like
saying that for now, bro. I'm saying it when you're 98 or whatever. You're like, at some point, I feel like you're gonna be like, it's time.
The only reason why I would
I
say
don't
it's
know.
time is
Yeah.
I'm sick and I just want it to be over.
Oh.
But if I was at my prime forever, then no, I don't want the lights to go
because
out.
people have said
I
that to
think
me
you will.
before of like
if I was at my prime forever,
Yeah, you kill yourself at some point, like you said.
no,
You're gonna want it to go out at some point.
I was just clarifying the
You
scenario.
would never kill yourself.
I would never kill myself. I would just
How do you know that? Forever?
forever, bro, forever.
I
don't
want
know
the
that.
out
Just wait
just
for
in
the sun
case
to
I want
explode.
to.
I don't want the out.
until the sun explodes.
You're giving him a free out and he doesn't want it.
I know. It's
I don't even
insane.
want the out. I'll just
He's
float
gonna
in
take the
space for eternity.
People have said that to me though about the atheism thing, where they're like, "Doesn't that like scare you that it's like the lights go out?" And I'm like, "No, that to me is the beauty of what you're saying. Of like, yeah, like
You guys are both.
you get
It's
his
all-
time
it's
and
all
then that's
about-
it."
It's literally all about.
That's the beauty of life.
Yes,
To
dude.
me,
Everybody.
it's the fact that it's finite is the beauty.
That's what I just said.
I would like.
That's some-
I'm literally okay.
That's
Hold
some-
on.
That's some. Listen.
I said that.
I'm
I literally that was my
making the
first
case
sentence.
I'm gonna-
that
I'm
I would
gonna-
live forever. I'm making the case against the beauty that I would live forever. All I'm saying is that's not possible. So as things currently stand, yes, there is beauty to me in the fact that you're born out of nothing. You get your 80 years if you're lucky, and you go right fucking back to nothing, and that's it.
Dude, that's what's beautiful about vacation is that you're working all year and you finally get a little bit of time to just relax, go to a new place,
It's not lights out.
and it's
What's
no, 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 no,
beautiful-
no,
what's
but I'm-
beautiful
no, but I'm
about-
saying whoops, but I'm saying it's temporary. And it's beautiful because it's temporary. If you could just fucking vacation all year round every single year, at some point, I'm sorry, you'd get bored. I'd get bored at least. I'll say that.
I don't think that applies to breathing though, in my opinion. Like
but-
I agree with in many things the temporariness, is that a word?
But to me, a forever life would at some point become just a temporary, a permanent vacation. Because like, how long are you going to work on your career for? A million years? To me, at some point, it would just be like, I'm going to vacation for the rest of my forever now.
I mean, like we said, humans find meaning in many different places.
Yeah, they find meaning in like golf for 30 years and they die. But like, I don't want to do that.
Jesus.
I'd become a Colombian warlord in one of my lives.
Oh my goodness.
Colombia.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Medellin.
But anyways,
move
But
on.
yeah, I just
Immortality.
think, but just before we end this, I just
this
think
topic's
wrap-
this topic's immortal.
this topic is immortal.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. I just think saying the beauty of life is that it's temporary is just something
That's not the main beauty.
is just to comfort yourselves.
No.
Sure.
I
Well,
think so.
everything about the way people talk about death is a comfort. Even whether you believe in like an afterlife, that's you trying to comfort yourself.
Yes.
Or saying, "Oh, there's nothing after, and I'm totally okay with that because that's the beauty." Sure, that's like trying to sugarcoat it too. That's
Yeah,
just
so
what
I'm not-
let's
I'm not-
all,
but I'm
let's
not-
all meet each other in the middle. Say we'll be immortal.
But I'm
and
not.
That's it.
But I'm not saying that the beauty of life is that it's a part of the beauty of life is that it's temporary. I'm not saying that to comfort myself. I'm just saying that's the reality of things, and I'm glad that that's the reality of things.
But how can you be glad? I
I'm
don't
not-
understand
I'm not-
the glad part.
Because it's beautiful. I love it. To me, it's like if it wasn't temporary, then I wouldn't love it. I'm not trying to make myself feel better. I just like that that's the way it is.
I will never understand you, I don't think.
I'm just saying.
I just think it's a psychological thing where we look for ways to like comfort ourselves. I think that's just how
But that's
we're
not- but
wired,
I don't
like
think that's what I'm-
evolutionary.
but that's- I don't-
Evolutionary.
But I don't think that's what I'm doing. Like to me, I'm not trying to like convince myself that it's cool. I'm just saying like that's the way it is, and like thank God that it's like it's beautiful in that way. Like I'm looking at the hands I have, and I'm like, okay, I like the fact that this is temporary because then it feels much more like beautiful and amazing. And like if it was forever, I would get bored of it eventually because I know myself.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying you're like trying to like
Yeah.
talk yourself into it. It's just like I
I'm
just
saying
think
in general, that's what humans do.
I just think that's
But-
how we're hardwired. Is
Yeah.
like we don't like the fact that we don't. We're that's like one of the few species, if probably the only one on Earth, that like knows it's gonna die, kind of thing. Not in like a fight or flight way, but like generally, like we know the end is coming, but like it's not. We don't constantly think about it, kind of thing. Like we're not constantly stressed, like oh fuck, I'm gonna die one day. Like we're just kind of built to like compartmentalize it and just
All right, wrap it up.
And that's why, and that's exactly that reason that you just said of us not thinking about it all the time and compartmentalizing it. That is a forever problem that humanity has had and will have, and that is why religion is a very comforting thing for many people, because it answers that question that you've compartmentalized for yourself.
This is becoming something different now.
I'm just saying.
But anyways, the topic that won't die.
Immortal
Get
topic.
it? The immortal topic. Anyways, moving on.
I want to talk about songs that you newly discover and then you listen to on repeat like a madman. And I want to know if you guys have any songs like that right now that you recently discovered and you discovered you loved and you just listen to it all day long.
Can it be old or new?
Songs that you
Either-
discovered.
It doesn't have to be like a new song. I just mean like a song that you like started listening to.
I'm currently not listening to any music like that right
No
now.
music?
I'm kind of just like
What does that mean?
just doing work, bro. Just like typing away on my laptop.
Shut
Never
up.
any music.
I swear to God.
Tell me you're not like driving in the car with music on?
No.
Oh,
You just
what a
drive-
psycho.
I don't have a
Silence?
car right now.
What a
Touche.
psycho, bro.
Fair enough. Music?
You guys know this. Like sometimes I like to drive in silence.
Yeah.
No, I
It's
don't
nice
know this.
sometimes.
You don't know this?
No, because either when I'm in your car, you're either always playing music, or like I'm at home at 9 o'clock and I get a phone call from you, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm just driving home from UTM," and you like talk to me on the phone the entire drive home.
Yeah.
that's-
That's not listening to music though.
It's not silence either,
It's
is
not silence,
it?
but sometimes I like driving in silence. That's all I'm saying.
Music that I've discovered. I'm looking through the Spotify here real quick.
I have a few that I've been listening to on repeat, but like I don't really.
I like to put them up and play them for like a couple seconds for each song.
We're gonna have to cut those out though, like we did last time when we did the lyrics thing.
Did we have to cut them all out completely?
Yeah, because that
Not
topic
from
got
the
like
Spotify.
not from the Spotify version, sure, but from the YouTube version, yeah, because that thing got cut to fucking
Oh wow.
or like copyright claims. High hell.
Okay, Matty, can you?
So it doesn't like when we play music.
Can you pull up "Invisible Man" by Oliver Tree? That's the one I've been listening to a lot. And we can. We'll cut out "Invisible." You spelled that wrong, I think. Did you? No, I think you got it.
Invisible Man by who?
Oliver Tree.
Oh,
Can you go to 25 seconds on the dot?
sure.
So this is a song that I've been listening to a lot. You can play it.
Okay, hold on, audience.
This is Oliver Tree?
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope. You know who has identical music taste with you?
Mm.
Selma.
Really?
Yeah. Kanye,
Mm.
Tame Impala. Why do you spit on my water? What is wrong?
on your water?
I felt spit all over my hand. And where's my hand right next to
Sorry,
my
I
glass?
made Malcolm laugh because I farted real loud.
Is that why you're laughing?
Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's a song I've been listening to a lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
She always has like an upbeat kind of thing, and I really like it.
Oh, one more. Can you pull up Fair Weather Friends? Fair. Fair.
Oh, damn, I fucked up.
Weather, like all one word, yeah. The Oliver Tree one. Just play like the first like 30 seconds of it. So those are two.
Songs that I've been listening to recently.
So I'm not listening to music right now, but when we discovered Ray Charles, oh my god, his stuff on repeat, bro. His stuff on repeat. Like I've Got a Woman, Hallelujah, I love Hydrojack.
I like Hallelujah.
Hallelujah,
That's
I
probably
love
my
her.
favorite.
Hallelujah, I love her so good. The piano is so catchy in that one.
Oh, well, here's one that I just discovered. So the Dire Straits obviously have
love the
Sultans
Dire
of
Straits,
Swing,
yeah.
which is such a good fucking song.
And
And I was talking with somebody at work recently because I was playing it like on the radio, and they're like, "Oh, like, are you a big Dire Straits guy?" I was like, "Honestly, I only really know Sultans of Swing." And they were like, "Oh, you should listen to Money for Nothing." And I've heard the song before. I
Oh,
just
Money
didn't
for
know
Nothing.
it when they were singing. Yes, which I know that song, but just hadn't connected those dots. And then I was like, "Oh, why don't people play this more?" And then he was like, the guy at work was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, this is the song where they say like the F slur like 3 times, and people
Oh,
got
I
mad
see.
at them, so
What
they don't
F
play it
slur?
on
like the gay.
the gay one.
Oh,
So they don't.
they say that in that song?
Yeah, 3 times.
Oh, I guess I've never actually listened to it like that.
in like the way they're using it, because the whole song is like about musicians, but it's kind of like
about to defend. No, I'm kidding.
no, but it's like kind of the song is kind of from the perspective of like people who aren't musicians talking shit to musicians, because it's literally the line of like, you know, that's the way you do
Say
it.
it.
Money for nothing, you know, and your chicks for free.
Say it.
So like the whole song is kind of like people talking about like, oh, you know, that's not real work, or like blah 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 blah. And that verse where they use that word is from the perspective of somebody being like, look at that guy kind of thing, like with his dumbass haircut, or like with his
I'm having a
earrings
hard
in,
time
or, like-
imagining it. Can you fill in the gap for me?
No, but I will just play 5 seconds of the song
Oh,
because it is
God, don't.
badass. No, not that part. And also, it takes like, it's got like a minute
Yeah, the riff
30
is-
intro,
the
but the
riff is
fucking main
dope.
guitar lick is awesome. Hold on again, audience. Love that synthy
Can you search
sound.
up one more thing for me? So, Simon Says.
I've
For the
heard of
first like
that.
10 seconds of Simon Says.
Oh.
It's the one I showed you, Malcolm. Just for the first 10 seconds.
Which one?
The first one. Yeah, Patrick, listen to this.
Again?
Sorry.
Patrick, listen to
2
this.
episodes in
Sorry.
a row.
Can you pause
Oh,
it?
this.
Can you pause it? The second time he says that's hilarious.
A song that I also played on repeat when Malcolm showed me this song, "Glimpse of Us" by Joji.
Oh god, I listened
Oh, I
to that
love
a billion
that song.
times. dude.
I listened to that so many times,
Yeah.
and someone was telling me they were at a concert recently for Joji,
Mm.
and he sang that song, and it was a bunch of couples just like vibing with it, and how fucked up that a bunch of couples were vibing with it. It's about a guy
Cheating?
who's with
Or
not cheating,
he was thinking
he's
of his
with
other girl?
someone, and like he sees his ex in
her.
in her.
He prefers the other girl. or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah. But I
So-
don't think they know that. I think just they see a romantic sounding
You don't
song.
think they know it?
I think a lot of
The
people.
words of the song they don't know.
I think a lot of people don't even listen to the words of the song. It just sounds romantic and slow type thing. I think a lot of people do that.
If you don't really listen to the lyrics,
Yeah.
it just sounds more romantic.
Yeah, but like, what are the odds that all of them don't know the lyrics?
I don't
A
know.
whole
No,
concert
I'm
of
sure a lot
people.
of people do.
So then they're just that's their life. They're living it.
No, it's just a nice sounding song.
Yeah, play it, Matt.
What?
Play "Glimpse of Us."
Have you heard it, Matty?
No, I'm not the biggest Joji
You've
person.
you've
I'm
heard
not
it.
Familiar.
Yeah, you heard it.
You have to have. It was huge.
Dude, have you
All
heard
right,
that?
here we go.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Can you just skip to the chorus?
Why don't we just listen to the
Where's
song?
the chorus?
The whole song
Matty can cut it up.
Where's the chorus?
in the middle. I don't
Yeah, just
know.
click that line. Click that
Yeah,
line.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta
Is
be
it?
honest.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard from Joji just doesn't do it for me.
I've been hearing a lot more Joji
I like it
recently,
a
and
lot.
I love
Like it
everything
all
I'm
just
hearing.
seems like sad boy crying music to me.
I need that. I need that outlet though, to be honest.
But
with
I
you.
like
I don't have any music like that,
I
and
guess,
I need that
but
music.
I find that outlet for me in like Radiohead. Like that's where I get that outlet of like sad boy music. Like I don't get it from
Can you- can
Joji's
you-
stuff.
You're
really.
too metal,
Can
man.
you search up Patrick? I think you'd like this
Too
song, man.
metal,
Search up
man.
Fein.
He's too metal, right? Am I right?
Patrick, have you listened to this? Listen to this.
This which one?
This was the first one, yeah.
Play "Love Yours" by J. Cole. No. Play "Love Yours" by J. Cole.
Is that on Forest Hill?
It is. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have
We
this
honestly
one.
don't play actually because we're not gonna be able to play the whole song. I just want you to hear J. Cole.
I was gonna say, is this your excuse
Maddie,
to finally get me to listen to J. Cole song?
There's one I've been listening to since like 2 days ago that a friend showed me at school. It's called Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac.
A song that Mark and I used to listen to all the time was J. Cole. What was it again? No Role Models.
No Role Models. Banger. Dude, no Role Models, the beat is one of the greatest.
It's one of the great. It's one of the greatest beats.
Have you heard this,
in
Matty?
music.
Look at this. Have you heard this, Matty?
Wait, pause this, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, of course he has. It's
Beat
one of
is
the greatest beats in
unbelievable.
music, baby.
One of the greatest.
Yes,
beats
I
in
stand
music.
by that. I
It's
stand
unbelievable.
by that statement.
First things first.
Honestly,
I'm just gonna say it. Fleetwood Mac, they've got it.
listen, I'm gonna say something
They've
that
got
may be a hot take here.
Mm.
My favorite version of The Chain is not the original recording. It's when they perform it live in LA.
I love the live.
The live in LA when the guy and the girl are singing it. When the original soundtrack, it's just the girl singing it.
When?
But in the original,
You mean at the end
what do
or
you
the
mean?
whole song? What are you talking
The
about?
whole song. It's just
Oh,
The
I
live
was gonna
version.
say at the end it's them together.
Man, can you search up a
on the original version.
Yeah.
Man, can you search up
Okay.
a song just called K? Oh, you're playing the live one?
No, he's gonna play the live one. No, play the
Oh.
Chain. Play the Chain live one.
Yeah, I just want to find the. I assume it's on an album. Do you know which
Search up-
album?
No,
Search up the
just search
Chain.
up the Chain.
It'll be too difficult
The
to
hell
find
are
out
you
like
doing? The hell do you think you're doing? Then it's gonna be live
Live.
in LA.
Search up live. Search up live.
Live 1997 there.
You sure?
No, it's not
Live at
prob-
Warner
it's
Brothers
probably that one.
Studio.
Patrick, it's probably that one.
It's probably 97, bro.
It's not 97.
It's probably
I
77.
know it's not 97.
Live.
from the Forum, LA. What did I say? Los Angeles.
With regards to music,
Do you think they would actually cut all that out?
Hmm?
Do you think they cut all that out? YouTube?
I think I'm going to have to cut it
You're
all
gonna cut
out
all
so
of
that
it?
YouTube doesn't get
Let's
angry at
Let's
us.
try.
When we tried it last time, I got the thing saying your video will not be published because
Yeah,
it's got all this
but
copyrighted shit.
on this one we're talking over it, and
No,
it's
we're
like-
not. We just
It's
played
the-
a song for like 30 seconds without saying
What are you talking
anything.
about, bro?
I don't
Come
know.
on.
I think it's just I think the algorithm just flags it.
Literally, when Mark played like 15 seconds of Stereo Love that one time,
Oh,
it
but
like
you had
marked
that
us.
in.
Yeah,
kept
because
it
it
in.
gave us a thing of like, hey, you've got copyright stuff, but it's not going to affect anything.
Okay, so maybe this won't affect anything.
No.
Let's try it. Come on, bro.
No.
Come on, baby.
With
At least make an
regards-
audio version for Spotify.
Sure, fine. If
Yeah.
you're listening to this on Spotify, you get to listen to all the
Let's
shit. we're
go,
playing.
baby. I got you, Pablo. You hear me?
But
I got you.
With regards to the like finding music, I feel like recently, even though I was just talking shit to Patrick, I haven't been like checking out too much. Like I haven't found too much new stuff recently. I still listen to music, so I'm not stupid like Patrick. I will double down on that. But I don't know. I haven't necessarily been like finding a ton of stuff other than like that Dire Straits song. There's like this band called Los Retros that I found a few songs from theirs that are like kind of the weird like.
It'd be great if you
indie
cut to
shit
this angle because
that
he's
I
out of
like.
he's out of the frame anyway. So
Well, I mean, he's not talking, so it's okay. I don't have to cut to his sorry ass. But yeah, I don't know. I just haven't necessarily been like. I've just been kind of going back to stuff I like because I find every once in a while, you know, it like ebbs and flows of what I'm listening to.
I just-
like, there was a while where I wasn't really listening to any Pink Floyd, and like now lately when I go to pick up Varsh on like a weekend and I have like an hour drive, I'll listen to all of Dark Side of the Moon or all of Animals
Do you have
or
any?
something.
You guys have any songs that you can go back to an infinite amount of times and you don't get bored of it? I have some songs that I'll never in my life skip it. So for
I feel
example,
like that's a lot of the shit I listen to.
for example, Redbone by Childish Gambino.
Sure, that's a good one.
You'll
Banger,
never skip that,
one of the greatest songs of all time to me. I fucking love that song. And can you pull up the album? I've been listening to the album more, and I like a lot of the songs on there. Have you guys heard any of those songs on that album?
I
or
love
just Redbone?
Me and Your Mama.
Me and Your
I
Mama?
love that song.
I was gonna
Can
say,
you
what's
open
the
it, Matty?
mom one? I like the mom one.
I never heard Me and
You
Your Mama.
go to album.
Play Me and Your Mama, Matt.
Me and Your Mama, the first one. Just let it play for like a minute. We can cut this out.
Nah, bro. Let's not make stuff that we have to cut
This
out.
is a super slow song, and there's no like kind
Skip it then. Skip to the middle.
I love how it just completely changes.
of yeah.
Matt, skip to the middle, Matt. I want to hear the change in tempo. Skip to the middle, Matt.
Is this the one I'm thinking of? Oh, it is.
Oh, I've heard this one.
Yeah, Manny, can you go back to the list of songs? Can you play two quick ones? One called just click play Zombies. The first like 30 seconds of Zombies. Have you heard Zombies? Listen, look how sick the sounds.
Oh,
the whole album's very groovy and cool.
I like Childish Gambino. I will say, I like this. This is America, though. That song sucks. I like
not
what
bad.
it's saying, and I like the video more than the song itself, because the song itself is just too fucking like house music and trappy and shit.
I feel like he made.
Can't do it.
I feel like he made it for the message more than the actual art, like musical aspect of it.
I guess it's just, I don't know. To me, it's like
There's
I wish it was a better song.
a point in time where I was just playing Justin Bieber's Justice album
Here we go.
on the. What, Mark? Say your piece. Say your piece. Go
I
ahead.
don't say it.
No, I'd like you to.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows what I'm gonna say.
No, but they don't know.
they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know that you're a 16-year-old girl.
With regards to music discovery, you actually just jogged my mind with Justin Bieber. I will say,
Justin.
I've come around a little, like with eggs. I'm coming around to a lot.
Play off my face while you say this.
No.
Why? Why? You got everyone got their
I'll
songs
play
played.
it after. At
Okay.
least let me get. Why would you want me talking over it?
So
And
we
why
can
would
keep
I
in.
want it over?
So we
at
can
me?
keep it in.
No, you fucking Harold Styles.
Oh.
Harold?
Harold Styles.
Harry. You said it on purpose?
Yes.
Oh.
I have
Harry
come
Styles is
around
he's
on
so
some
good.
Harry Styles stuff.
Yeah.
I straight up like love Late Night Talking.
Okay.
I think that song's
what about
fucking great.
What about Sign of the Times?
Sign of
That's
the
a great
Times
one.
is good.
That one's so good, bro.
I think As It Was is pretty good.
As It Was is good.
Watermelon Sugar does nothing for me. That one's kind of lame.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
I got
Well,
strapped.
But I like what's it called? What's the other one? There's a song he has called, I think it's Kiwi, I think it's called, which is like more of like a rock song. I'm not crazy about it, but I just like the kind of like, I like him going for that vibe of like a kind of like, not like
Play Sign of the
punk
Times.
or anything. I don't know.
Play Sign of the Times.
Sign of the Times was great.
Sign of the Times is so good, bro.
It's a sign of the times. What now?
Swimming Pools by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
That's a banger. You know that one? You don't know that one?
Yeah, you do, Patrick.
Can you pull
Do
it?
I?
Can you pull it up
So
for like 2
how's it
seconds
go?
so he'll know it?
Kendrick Lamar's another one that like ever since oh yeah, you fucking know this. Ever since what's it called? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Drake?
I've come around on it.
Drank.
Oh, Drake.
Pull up. Drank. Headshot. Drank. You don't know that?
Bro, we've been talking over all the songs. How are you gonna cut it cleanly? See, I'm still. My sentence was still going. You gotta keep it in.
Figure it out.
You
If
gotta
I
keep
have
it
to get,
in.
like the tail ends of some things,
Gotta
fine.
keep
but
it in, baby.
I know what you mean by you haven't been discovering a lot of music, but that's not necessarily what I meant. I do also go back to a lot of old music when I listen back to songs for time after time after time. And one of those songs is, I'd like you to pull it up. It's called "Trouble" by Coldplay
Ah,
on their
I love that
Parachutes
song.
album.
Of course.
I don't. There's like there's a
didn't
little
mean to
something in that
cause you
song that
trouble.
I find in.
Oh, I was thinking the U2 one. No.
No. You heard
Coldplay.
this?
is
Oh, dude, this song's amazing.
I was talking crap about Coldplay a few episodes ago.
You're dirt.
Maybe like 10 episodes ago. But honestly, I
lot of it-
think you guys are right.
of all the like
I think
early,
in 20 years' time, they're gonna be considered like a classic.
Of course.
I mean, I think they already are in a lot of ways.
Dude,
of all the like late
Paradise,
90s, well, they were
Fox.
2000
I
on the
love
dot.
Paradise.
So of all the like 2000s rock bands and all that kind of shit, like
They
they're
are them.
up there.
I think
Yo.
to me.
I think most people
It's just
can,
a lot of their
you
newer
go-
shit isn't
can you go to
for
their
me.
can you go to their discography or whatever the fuck discography whatever discography.
Yeah.
I think most people consider their last good album 2011 one. Most people
Yes.
consider Ghost Stories and everything after that to be kind of a little bit
True.
meh.
Yo,
I don't remember.
if
what
we're
was
talking
on
about
this
songs
album.
played on
That,
repeat,
that one's Viva La Vida though.
if
Yeah, this is
No,
the
but
live
no, but
one.
but
Mark,
that's not
you're
the
gonna
original,
want
though.
you're gonna want to hear this, Mark. If we're talking about songs playing on repeat, Mark and I used to listen to.
Somebody that I used to know.
Yes. How did you know?
I knew
How
that,
did
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. You know that, Matty?
Yeah.
Play somebody that I used to know, Matt.
Live.
Oh, this is good.
Baby.
Live.
Play somebody that I used to know, baby. We used to play that in my
This
car.
song is fine.
I used to take
No, it is
I used to
not.
take you home all the time, and
Yeah.
we every single time
Sing it.
we would sing that song
That's right.
beginning to end.
This song
Yeah.
is fine.
Play it.
Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. I'm
Yeah.
just not like
In love with it.
I never
Feel
got the
for it.
like hype of like holy
You know-
shit.
you know the thing
It's
about-
because
I think
you've
it-
never played it at night, blasted.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that Obama, and then it's like AI, and he's like Ice Spice,
Yeah.
and he's like, they said one hit wonder, now like 2 hit wonder. The fuck?
Yeah, but it's fucking Obama.
Now,
Like the fuck?
Barack Hussein.
I think if
Can
we
you
keep
play
going,
Munch?
that this would go forever.
Can you play Munch?
It would
Don't
never-
play- don't play Munch.
just play the first. Just play the first part of Munch,
Oh
please.
god, here we go.
Listen, the words,
Dude, okay.
the words definitely I don't
Matty, one
resonate.
last
with.
song.
Her
Hit it,
flow
though.
is crazy.
Matty,
I would hit
Matty,
it,
can you
though.
search up L.A. space L.A. space L.A. The Brazil one.
Oh, I freaking love
The second one.
2014.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we
going
should
back to
end our
stuff.
love for music there. Before
Honestly,
it goes too long.
we need to make a pledge that every like, because we haven't done a topic like this in a while. Like we need to just do a music topic every once in a while. Just like
I don't even want to make it a
Catch up.
I don't even want to make it a topic. I just want us to, every once in a while to hang out and introduce each other to new shit. I think that'd
like
be cool.
I will not.
Because I understand the copyright issue, but I'm saying just as friends, just for us to be like, listen to these two songs, and we listen to
No
them out loud
copyright.
together.
I'm gonna bet $10 that this isn't getting copyrighted.
We're never gonna
You're
find out
crazy.
because I'm not gonna.
No,
upload
come
it.
on, edit it so that we
I'm
find
not
out.
upload. You know how annoying it is to like upload it to YouTube, which takes like almost 2 hours,
Look at me.
and then to have it tell you, "Hey, this video is
Hey,
not going to post
look at
because it's
me.
copyrighted."
Look at me.
And I have to take it down and then spend another 2 hours uploading.
Look at
it.
me. Your effort means nothing to me.
Great.
You know what's a good.
Anyways.
What's a good one? I ain't worried about it right
Yes.
now.
Thank
Yes.
You. Thank you, Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick.
Anyways.
But anyways, music.
Music.
All right, so do I mention that as a 3-topic episode, or do I? I feel
I
like
was
that's,
just gonna save it for
Okay.
the end and be like, I guess we're done.
I guess we're done. Okay, start on that.
Mhm.
Cut us in on there.
Mhm.
So what I'd like to talk about with you guys is a throwback, sort of your favorite childhood shows, but I misused the word childhood. I think like adolescent. We're talking preteen shows. So I'm talking for me.
You say throwback. We've done this topic before.
No,
it just
he's-
means
he's
we're
saying
throwing it back to
literal
those
throwback.
shows.
Literal throwback.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
You scared me
Can
for a
you
second. I
give
was
me-
like,
can
wait,
you
we've
give us an
done this
age range,
already?
Patrick?
Huh?
Can you give us an age range?
I would say from 11. I would say from 10 to 13.
So you don't want like kids shows.
No, I'm not talking about Tupi and Binu and
You're talking about
Barney.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Formative
Sweet
years.
Life. I'm talking about Sweet Life on Deck, Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Can we
bro.
just talk about what was on the TV at that time?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay, because my dad was watching 2.5 Men at that time, and I was also sitting there watching it with him.
Charlie Sheen on cocaine.
So wait, you never
Here's-
watched Wizards of
No, I,
Waverly
did,
Place?
I love Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, okay.
So the topic is just what? Childhood shows?
Yeah. Well, okay, not childhood, adolescent, preteen shows.
I'm
Sure.
gonna call
Family
it
Guy?
childhood
No.
shows.
I think the interesting thing about this is that I watched Breaking Bad super young. I think I was like 14 when
When
I
did it
watched
come
Breaking
out?
Bad.
Well, it's a good thing my
Your age range is just.
misses
But when I
that.
think about that time of my life, like kind of growing up, that was like one of the bigger shows that I kind of watched. That was like, this is fucking amazing, and now I'm into.
That was
films.
your transition into the more adult.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was the death of innocence, or
It was
whatever.
the death of
Remember that?
Here's-
Remember that in English class?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Loss of innocence.
Loss
Loss
of
of
That's what it's
innocence.
called.
Here's what I'll say with regards to kid shows and like from our youth and all that. I was not the biggest like live action Disney or Family Channel kid. The only ones I ever watched
Come on.
was Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Not on Deck?
Then I watched On Deck.
On Deck was so good.
On Deck
And
was
I
great.
watched Hannah Montana. That
Oh, I
was
never watched that.
basically it. Like Good Luck Charlie, fucking
You never watched
Wizards
Good Luck
of
Charlie?
Waverly
was actually
Place,
good.
I
It was actually
love
good.
Good Luck
Wizards of
Charlie.
Waverly Place, like all those shows, I like never gave a
Remember
shit about.
Ant Farm.
Yes, I remember Ant
I
Farm.
never gave
What was
a
that
shit
one
about
song
those.
that she made? The Halloween one.
The
You know what I'm
Monster
talking
Mash?
Not Monster Mash. It was.
I don't know.
You know, it's.
You used to sing it all
Was
the
it
time.
Calling All the
dude.
Monsters?
I used to sing it, Calling All the Monsters.
That's Monster Mash. Oh, no,
That's
no,
not Monster Mash, but it's Calling All the
I remember that
Monsters.
song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
stuck
yeah.
in my head all the
That's
time.
Oh God!
When I was
that's
a kid,
fucking-
or when, I don't know what age I was, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I freaking
I
loved
feel
it.
fucking 12 again.
Going to elementary school, ready for Halloween time.
I can't remember what the chorus was.
More cutting.
More cutting, good.
We're back on the copyright.
There was a line that Patrick used to say that was so.
Oh my! It was near the beginning. Something
Right?
about noon.
Yeah, wait. Coming out.
Look for noon, lunchtime
high.
or something.
That's right. Wait. Tonight all the monsters are gonna dance. We're coming for you.
It's near the beginning, I think.
No.
Maybe it was a different song of hers. Could it be a different
Who's
song of
the
hers?
artist?
was.
Who are we talking about?
China and McLean.
China and McLean.
Oh Jesus!
She's the star of Ant
China.
Farm.
China.
Let me see. View artist.
I think I might have watched a little bit of That So Raven.
Yeah. Okay.
But
What
that
about
was,
iCarly?
Oh, iCarly, sure.
Yeah.
But that was like
That was-
YTV.
that was not
That was like
Disney.
different.
Anyone watch Austin and Ally?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Austin Alley was
I
so
liked it.
good.
No.
I liked it, but didn't like it at the same time. That was the point.
I kind of understand
That was
that
the point
sentiment.
in my childhood where Disney shows are really starting to get shit,
Mhm.
and I was noticing.
Even some of the movies, because like Varsh will talk to me and be like, "You didn't watch Lemonade Mouth or like
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
like
I
high
watched
school
that
or like
shit.
High School Musical." I'm
Lemonade
like, no,
Have you ever watched Starstruck?
no.
Oh,
shit!
Never-
Dude. I watched Star Trek. No, but I watched Lemonade Mouth more.
No, I didn't watch any of that shit because to me, first of all, I was and still am in a lot of ways more into like cartoons and animation than I am like live action shit. So in terms of like shows from my like youth and childhood, like waking up for school in like grade 1, maybe even like junior and senior kindergarten, it was like that power hour block of like
Power Hour.
Recess, Kim Possible. Every fucking morning, and then eventually it became like
Recess.
Kim Possible. And
So you were at
Phineas
school,
and Ferb.
had recess, then watched Kim Possible.
No, the show Recess.
Oh,
I
after
loved
school.
Recess.
I watched Recess in the morning and Kim Possible, and then went to school.
Oh,
as
you
a kid.
that was your. I never ever watched TV in the morning before
Really?
school.
I
I
always
always
watch
did.
TV in the morning before school. I try to watch 2 episodes, but I can never get through the second episode, so I have to leave for school.
Yeah, I
Imagine-
was
I gotta
always
find
Kim
that song.
Possible and Recess, and then like eventually it became Kim Possible and Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb was a
Um,
very consistent,
I couldn't.
good
Even,
TV show.
I could not. Where did you guys get time to watch TV before
You
school?
wake up,
Because I'd wake
Watch
up like
2
an hour
episodes.
before school as a kid.
What time
Eat
would
some
school start
brekkie?
for you?
I don't
I
remember.
don't know, like 8:30,
8:20,
maybe like
something
9.
that.
So you'd wake up. So 7:30 on the dot. You're
I'd
watching
wake up
TV.
at like 7, watch 2 episodes of TV, and then leave.
Yeah, something like that.
What?
It was a
But,
good consistent
um,
schedule.
So weird.
God, when I think of like, yeah, to me, I just think of all the cartoons. Like I think of obviously SpongeBob.
Oh,
you took it
God.
out of my mouth. I love
And like
SpongeBob.
Fairly Odd Parents, like that was another thing where it was always like it was always an episode of SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents like back to back, so it was always watching both of those.
Committed.
Freaking Codename Kids Next Door
Never
was
never
one
watched
I
that.
used to watch all the time as a kid.
Totally Spies.
Oh my
gosh,
I loved,
that
and
show.
I'm just gonna say it.
Total Drama Island.
Total Drama Island is also right, but I'm just gonna say it. Totally Spies.
Hot.
Those fucking the 3 of them are hot. I don't give a shit. They're smoking.
Well, it kind of.
Dude, can we talk about kid shows too? Because
I
there's
don't,
one-
and I'll tell you why.
Why?
What I wanted us to riff a little bit about the Disney shows. I thought you were into that, and then I
the
wanted
live action ones.
the live action ones, and I want you right now to search up how many of them have fallen from grace. The amount of
actors.
actors. I want you to search up Disney
What
stars.
about, anyone watch King of Kings?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Pair of Kings.
not
Pair
King
of
of Kings.
Yeah, yeah. Pair of
That's
Kings.
Jesus,
Patrick, you
bro.
meant the King of Kings. Patrick, remember a kid show
Yeah.
named the,
Disney stars who got arrested.
Yes.
Went crazy.
Yes,
Remember-
do arrested or crazy.
dude,
yeah.
The Backyardigans.
Oh my
bro,
gosh,
Backyard
as a
again.
kid, that was
Yeah.
the
I have
crazy,
to-
one of the craziest shows.
I have to say it.
Pablo.
I
Penguin?
used to watch.
Yeah, the
Blue Penguin?
Yeah,
I used to love Zoe 101, but even more than
Oh,
I loved the show,
yeah.
I loved
Fuck,
the
that's
theme
nice.
song for Zoe 101. It is so good. It just
Hey,
made me
yeah. Something like that.
nostalgic. I was like, I'm in California right now.
Oh,
Matt, can you play it?
What
If you
The
so
theme
want.
song for
Is that
Zoe
Carly?
101
for Zoe? Oh, Zoe 101 was another one I never fucking
for
watched.
Britney. It's Britney Spears' sister.
Britney bitch.
They stopped the show because she got pregnant at 16.
Wow.
Zoe?
Yeah, now they're doing Zoe
Zoe 102.
This is about
Yeah,
to, this, is about to,
102.
this is about to blow my mind, dude. What about Drake and Josh?
I never watched Drake and
I
Josh,
like Drake
actually.
and Josh. Drake and Josh was one that I also see, but that's the thing. I feel like the YTV live action shows, like
Were better
iCarly
than
and Drake
Disney?
and Josh, I feel like
There's
I
no way, bro.
gravitated.
Wizards
to-
of Waverly Place alone.
Remember the
No.
movie?
Wipe the floor.
Remember the
with everything
movie?
else. The movie was great.
Of what? Was it?
I remember
But-
the movie when she was like,
Hey, look, this guy
This
from
guy.
Wizards of Waverly
I want
Place.
you. I want you to quickly read what they got arrested for. Each one of them.
Okay.
We're gonna see a trend real
the
quick.
arrested one?
Jesus.
This is the arrested one.
Whoever,
God.
I don't even know who this guy is, so I'm skipping this. Whoever
Let's
this
skip
guy
that
from
guy.
Lemonade Mouth was.
Let's read it.
He's also on Pair of Kings.
He was on season 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently
They had
he
to
would.
replace one of them. 'cause
Mitchell-
Surprise, surprise! He got arrested.
Mitchell Musso.
He
the
got
guy with
arrested.
The guy with the black hair, the black
Yeah.
swoopy hair. He got arrested, and they
Really?
brought this guy in.
Yeah.
Apparently, he
Yes.
was sticking guns in people's faces and demanding money. David Henry from Wizards of Waverly
Oh, wow.
Place was arrested for bringing a loaded gun to LAX. Starting to notice a theme.
Oh my God, Jake T. Austin.
At the airport, go up, Matty.
Mhm.
The quote at the bottom it says,
I take responsibility for the situation at LAX today. I
"Carrying a
unintentionally.
loaded firearm, carrying a concealed firearm, and possessing a weapon in a sterile area of the airport."
Yep.
Wait, can you up a little bit? He said, I unintentionally brought my legally owned gun, which is registered in my name at the airport. I'm so sorry for any trouble it caused. More than anything, I'm humiliated and embarrassed that this ever happened, but I'm thankful to TSA.
Wow. For all you Wizards of Waverly Place fans out there, do you like that this guy's a fucking NRA card-carrying member?
Oh my god.
Whoever the kid from Wizards of Waverly Place, what happened to him?
2014. Was arrested with a hit and run.
4-car hit and run crash. Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Wait. It says no. It says
Jake wasn't there.
Wait. In a 4-car hit and run in 2013. Fast forward to 2014, Jake was charged with a hit and run. However, he was found not guilty and didn't have to appear in court.
Well, there you
Per
go.
TMZ, the judge who
Not
heard
Mr. Mosby.
Mr. Mosby, this is crazy. This is crazy.
manslaughter conviction.
For killing a 21-year-old.
Before he was cast.
Oh my god, really?
He got charged before he was cast.
Holy shit.
He was 24 years old at the time of the sentencing. It was a manslaughter conviction. In addition to jail time, Phil was also given 2 years of probation and 350 hours of community service.
Well, that's actually a nice story that, like, he managed to kind of, like, turn it around from there.
He bounced back.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mosby,
yeah.
that's actually good.
Debbie
Debbie
Ryan.
Ryan.
DUI.
Jesse.
DUI.
Shia LaBeouf, of course.
Has to be a
You know what?
DUI,
Can I
right?
just say, I fucking love Shia LaBeouf, and I think he's an incredible actor, and I've seen a lot of his newer performances. Even him in Fury is incredible. These are all young kids.
Fuck all these people.
I don't know any of these people.
Whoever the fuck this guy is.
Oh, Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown.
DUI is domestic battery and felony drug possession. Mitchell Musso, here he is. Okay.
There he is.
So DUI.
What did he do?
He was arrested for DUI. Besides being underage, Time reported Mitchell drove through an intersection and failed to do what an officer instructed him to do. He posted $5,000 bail and was released from jail.
Well, there you go.
I don't know who this is.
Just behave.
Wait, go up. That's the best friend in That's So Raven.
Oh.
Oh, Lizzie McGuire.
Whoever that is.
No.
So
Oh,
They're
from
Wizards of Waverly Place
Oh my
fans.
god. So
Lizzo.
it's just surprising to me
Mm-hmm.
the sheer number of them.
What about Britney Spears too, right? Or no, she wasn't really into that.
I don't think she was a Disney.
Oh,
was she a Disney?
Lindsay Lohan was in like kids'
Lindsay
movies and
Lohan.
shit.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan was. No, but yeah, what's surprising to me is all like the proportion.
They're all fucked up.
Yeah, like
But
how
that's not
how
a
does it get-
Disney star thing
It's just a
necessarily.
child
That's just
star.
child actors.
It's like basically,
Yeah,
it's
well, I'm
basically,
not-
Like
yeah.
you look at Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's-
how he went off the fucking deep end.
but now
for
he's
a
kind
while.
of back, I guess. But a lot of these people, I've heard their parents force them into this shit, and they're way too young, and they work insane hours, and then they just develop this unhealthy lifestyle, and it's just like
Well, what's her face? Jeanette McCurdy there from iCarly.
Oh yeah, she
Sam.
spoke up about
She
that
had
guy.
that book that. Not only that, but she wrote that book like "I'm happy my mom died" or whatever.
Oh my god.
Which the whole book is just about like
Mom
her
ruined her
mom,
life.
like how horrible her mom was to her, and that she like forced her into like acting and doing all this shit, and would like starve her to like keep her thin and whatever, and like all this horrible shit that like
And then there was that whole story
she would do to her.
There was
For
a
a
whole
good
story.
reason.
There was a whole story that came out where there was one producer for the YTV or Family Channel or whatever.
Yeah, that was like that Nickelodeon, that Dan Schneider producer
Yeah.
guy. That was just a fucking
he
creep.
came out that he was like he would like do weird shit with them, and like even in some of the episodes he'd like have their feet out and doing stuff with their feet and all
Yeah.
this weird shit.
Somebody like I remember somebody
Yeah.
saying that when that was coming out about like when her and even what's her
search it
face
up.
there, Miranda Cosgrove there had like reported and
Yeah.
like they had basically said like yeah,
He's a
this guy
creep.
was kind of a creep, and then like people said like yeah, you can kind of tell when you look back at iCarly. I was like I don't know, can you? And then like somebody put out this
Sucking on
compilation where it's them like fucking pointing their feet right at the
remember
camera,
that exactly.
or it's one of them like not doing like a wet T-shirt thing, but it's like borderline a wet T-shirt thing, and I'm just sitting there watching it. Like I feel gross and sick watching this. Like this Dan Schneider guy was a fucking monster.
What was that one
He made a
show?
really good series, but
Oh, remember this? I think I know.
Way
I
to
think-
fit that in there.
You know what? You know what? At the end of the day, banger. But also, I remember Patrick. I think there's a show that you especially liked. Remember Victorious? You like that
I didn't
show?
especially, I didn't
You didn't watch
especially
it?
like it, but I watched it a little bit.
That was
I don't think I've
another
ever
one that I
watched
was like, no, thank you.
But on a more light note,
So was this topic really about like child stars or
no,
like
it was just like
shows from our youth?
just some places I wanted to visit for the conversation. Just last person, the lead of Good Luck Charlie. Apparently, she didn't end up like these DUIs.
Bridget
and-
Mendler?
Bridget Mendler. Oh, how'd you know her name?
I don't know.
She's apparently getting her JD at Harvard Law School
Wow.
and getting a PhD at the same time at MIT.
Damn.
Wow.
Good for
So
her.
yeah,
Good for her.
you know,
She
search
did
up
something
her.
Her and Mr. Mosby really
Ser-
turned it around.
Search up
Honestly, Bridget Mendler has a song that I kind of like. I think
Here
I
we
know
go.
that.
Search up Bridget Mendler. Is her name
And also-
Mendler?
Mendler.
Mendler.
And also go on Spotify and look her up because I want you to play that song, her song.
There she is.
Here she
Oh,
is.
I liked her.
Oh,
She's cool in the show.
search up education.
Education Harvard.
Where'd she go?
Harvard,
Harvard
MIT.
Law School, MIT.
University of Southern California.
There's no way this LinkedIn is her. There's no fucking
She has
way.
LinkedIn.
Oh my God, it's her.
She has
Only
LinkedIn.
500 connections, huh?
Wow.
No.
Well, it says 500 plus.
Yeah.
Get in there.
That's probably the limit.
But
that
Harvard, there you go.
that's a good picture.
So she's gonna be a lawyer.
Space comms? What?
Wow.
I think she graduates next year.
MIT Media Lab, 6 years, 2 months, researcher full time.
God damn.
Hey,
Message. Hey, big fan.
Hey, Bridget, big fan. You could reach out to me whenever you want.
You could come on this podcast if you
You can come on this podcast.
What? Mendler? Medler?
Mendler, apparently.
Mend?
Matty, go
Mendler.
put on her song.
Bridget
On
Mendler.
Spotify.
If you ever want to come do the podcast, we'll have you on.
We'll talk about Harvard Law School. We'll talk
Harvard
about
Law School.
MIT
Talk
and
about
your
acting.
PhD. We'll talk about we'll talk about whatever you
wealth.
want. We can just take this
UTM?
guy out. He doesn't have to be part of
Okay.
the show, and you can sit right here next to me.
And,
We can stick it between you guys.
Yeah, so
Alrighty.
come do the show.
I want to talk about Christmas break. I want to talk about your favorite Christmas break memories. I want to talk about why you love Christmas break, or maybe why you don't love Christmas break. Because to me, and I'll paint the picture. For me, Christmas break has always been
Don't steal my answer.
Christmas. I mean, maybe you can just echo me and add on to it. But to me, Christmas break has always been relax, unwind, play a shit ton of video games.
Oh my god, bro, that's what it is.
I'm like sitting crisscross applesauce on my couch, playing on my TV, playing video games, and it's snowing outside.
Yeah, just to build
So
on that,
relaxed.
just to build on that, it hasn't been the case obviously in the past couple of years since we've sort of grown out of it.
Sure.
But it always was a thing of like us going online, playing like the
Oh,
newest
dude.
game, like GTA or something. That's what I associate Christmas break with, not GTA
Mm.
in specific, but just like us being online and playing either
Yeah.
Overwatch or
All day.
whatever,
All day,
whatever
baby.
online game we.
Did you know it was November 2nd today?
Yes,
Yeah, it
we're
is.
close.
Season.
We're close.
Are we?
Kind of. I know.
Oh,
I know.
that was an insult. to
I was
him?
thinking.
I just wanted to be
I
an
was,
asshole.
I was thinking about it because when Matty and I were talking, and he was talking about like days until we're taking the time off for Christmas or whatever. Yeah, to me, I just love not only the opportunity to play as many video games and watch as many movies as I want, but also to just like take care of myself. Literally no responsibilities, chill. I could sleep 9 hours every single day. Really clean my room, make it super organized. You have all this extra time, and I kind of feel like I reach, like I'm under control. I have everything under the control. Everything's perfect for a little bit. And then school starts, and things get a little more hectic, and I loosen up my perfection, I guess, with how I keep up with everything. Like
But
right
you
now, my room is a
appreciate
little bit
the
yes
time and everything.
I appreciate the time to just. It's basically like engaging with my hobbies,
Right.
talking with my friends, and just like taking care of myself. It's like a beautiful time. Even now, I know you're saying it's different that we're older, but my teacher's program ends it started a week early in August, and it ends a week early. So I'm gonna have like basically a month from December 7th or whatever to January 7th or whenever next semester starts. So I'm just gonna take that time I'll work as
January 8th.
well. Is it the 8th this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going on
That's the
vacation
Monday?
that day.
Oh, that's
a
right.
Monday.
For somebody who appreciates all that free time and leisure time, you'd think they'd want to be immortal. Anyways. No,
So-
please, Malcolm, go on.
I kind of feel the same. When Christmas break hits, for some reason, there's always, even now, even though I don't have as much of a nostalgic feeling as I used to have, I still get a bit of nostalgia feeling,
Yeah.
as in anything I do is related to Christmas break. I can go play soccer and I'll be like, this is Christmas break soccer. Like, I don't have to
Yeah.
get up in the morning. Like,
It's a
I'm having
mindset.
fun with my friends. The time doesn't matter to me. I'm not doing anything tomorrow, or, oh, this is Christmas break video games with my friends, because I don't have to get up early. I can play all night long. And also when Christmas break hits, I do notice that's when everyone starts to get online at night
Yeah.
every more, and that kind of kicks into winter, because winter is also like, I feel like we all play online video games very often in the winter together, and the second spring hits, it kind of just stops.
You know
Once
what-
you're
you know
out
what-
and about.
You know what I love about Christmas break as well is because the weather's so it's getting really cold. You can just like bundle up. You get in bed and it's like warm. You get a nice blanket. I like when it's cold out and you can like actually bundle up and it's cozy. Type shit.
I don't know if you guys have ever felt this before,
Mm.
but I hate the feeling, and I get this rarely,
Mm.
where I cover up and it's just way too hot. I take my blanket off and
So-
I'm way too cold.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between, and
I
my
know.
body's not getting it.
You know what I find is the best thing to do
My body's not getting
I
it.
find that when I'm in that situation, I try to find the lightest blanket possible, and then I also take my pants off so that
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Right?
Sounds like a joke.
right, so that I'm cool, and also the
Here's what you're not.
the thin blanket, it'll be cool,
Yeah.
and
Winnie the
it'll be cool
Pooh?
it'll be cool on my legs, and then you just keep flipping the pillow.
Here's what you don't know. My pants are already off,
Oh, I see. And you're still too hot.
and I'm still too hot,
Well, then
I
you
thought
gotta
you
get
Winnie the Pooh
you're
in.
or
using-
too cold.
You're using the wrong blanket. Then you're using a too thick or warm of a blanket or furry of a blanket. You gotta use a very thin blanket.
Maybe.
Like like it's a very typical Egyptian thing to have like these knitted ones that are kind of like they're not furry, but they're like knitted and they have like these like
Squares.
repeating patterns on them.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll be like white with green repeating patterns. or
Okay.
whatever. So those are very comfortable because they're not like, even if they're a little bit heavy, they're not like furry or like textured, super textured. So it's like making your legs sweat. It's like very like nice and cool.
Ye-
Also, to me, the best thing is just like having pillows. I have multiple pillows, so I
Yeah.
just like flip flop, switch, flip.
Yeah, one here, hug, and then between
And,
the
and,
legs.
and by the time the one side gets warm, the other side's cooled off.
Oh, when I was younger, I used to like that was the craziest trick in the book.
Yeah.
If that one side got too hot, flip
Flip
it,
it.
and then it's
And
just
then
a whole
it's-
new. It's a whole new
It's
ball
like you
game.
put an ice on a pan. It's like. tss.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There was
Honestly-
a time where I would take my pillow and
Put
I
it
would
in the
put
fridge.
it in my cold
Oh my
room
God.
Dude.
for like hours,
I've seen
and then
peop-
I'd take it upstairs to bed, and it
Good.
had been sitting in the cold room all day, so it was like
Nice
sitting
and
on a
cool.
sheet of ice.
That
Dude,
sounds incredible.
I've seen memes of people putting their pillows in the freezer or in the fridge for a little bit, and then they go to bed and it's like super cool on their head.
That
It's beautiful.
sounds pathological. to
I'm
me.
telling
No.
you, try it.
I refuse.
Okay.
And you
But
know
to
what
me-
I feel bad about?
Yeah.
What?
I feel bad just to bring us. Do you want to say something? Because I was going to bring us back to Christmas.
The last thing I'll say
Yeah.
about the break, I guess in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna bring it back to the break, so I don't know if you want to go first.
No,
then.
you can go first.
The most wonderful memory to me is playing The Last of Us remastered for the first time. It was my first time ever. I say the remastered version because that was the first time I'd experienced the game, because the game came out on PS3 in 2013, and then 2014 PS4 came out. I got the PS4 for the first time, and then I was like, "What's this Last of Us thing I've been hearing so much about?"
Mm-hmm.
I played it, and there's a winter section in the game. So I remember playing in the winter section where there's snow all over the ground in the game, and it's snowing, and then outside it's snowing at the same time. And I have a blanket wrapped around me, and I'm like crisscross applesauce on my couch, just playing the game and loving the game so much. And then like playing that, and then after a little while, like, oh, let's play Overwatch for a little while, and like
Oh my
everybody-
god, the Overwatch days
Dude,
were
Overwatch
crazy.
2017 or 2018 when we started playing.
That was
it came out
2016. Yeah.
When we played Overwatch consistently, and we were like competitive about. We got to get back into
We have-
Overwatch. Dude.
I wish. Honestly, and I hate to say these words again because I just never can. I can
need to
never,
get a
ever,
PS5.
ever let him let go of this. It was going to be the biggest mistake you've ever made, Matty. Not playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
It would have been the
Yes.
biggest mistake you ever made.
Sure.
But
We have put 1,000 hours.
Oh,
Or is it-
easily. With Overwatch though, and
God.
like that specifically, because I don't necessarily, when I think about like winter breaks, I can't pin down a specific memory, just more like the feeling of like being off from school and like all that shit. And I'm sure there were like games I would get around Christmas that I would play, but you mentioning that makes me, and I know there's like that meme of the fucking WWE guy where it's like, you know, don't ask about playing
Oh,
video
have you seen
games
that?
during COVID
Vince
with
McMahon?
the boys, or yeah, that's
it'll
his
be
face.
it'll be like, oh, when it's the year is 2050 and your son's asking you about, you know, when your son's asking you about when your son's asking you about the Clone Wars, and then he's like super emotional, and he's like,
Yeah,
Don't ask me about
and
it.
that's what I think about specifically. Where I think about COVID, and like I know I kind of wanted to do this with as a topic one day of like, you know, the pandemic and looking back at it, but like that specific angle of it, of like the first few months where it was like, well, every job is closed,
Something nice
and every
about that,
school
huh?
is
There was
closed, and you're home.
Something about it.
was like
well, also
the
we're saying that
first-
because we were getting like, you
We're getting
know,
free money.
we were
Yeah.
honestly, I know the pandemic was bad for a lot of
Yeah.
people. A lot of people.
Well,
But
that's
you
little-
want another
A
one?
lot of people lost their a lot of people lost their lives.
Let's
I
start
can
eating more
acknowledge all
bats.
that. For me, my subjective, personal sort of living through the pandemic, I had a
honestly,
blast.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
An
It was a nice.
incredible point of
It was
privilege.
a nice break.
I think it was a nice little reset. I think we all needed it. I think we all needed a
think we
point
all
where.
I mean, reset
It was not a
long-standing mental scars that went on
Yeah,
too
but-
long. You know, pick your
listen.
poison.
It was a blast in the sense of like video games, free money. The only
economy going down the
The
shitter.
government of Canada is gonna watch us and be like, "We're gonna take some of that away. We're gonna pull money."
No,
out.
but with the video game thing, to me, it was just like those first couple months where it was like,
I just cut you off here. I feel like I need to explain myself here.
oh please,
Aside, I think the only thing I would change was like, yes, like the social distancing and the social
that was-
isolation.
that was frustrating, dude.
That was
Having to get-
frustrating,
and
and
you
that
were
was
also vehemently against getting the jab. The fucking pause after that.
I was just trying to think. Was I vehemently? against
No,
it?
of course. We all got fucking vaccinated. I'm kidding, people.
I honestly, isn't it crazy? I don't even remember how many shots I got.
I got 2.
I either got 2 or 3.
I got 2.
I remember they said that one, like two is fully vaxxed.
Yeah, you needed 2 kind of as like the baseline.
And then soon after they were like, you gotta get a booster. And I think I got 1 booster, so I think I have 3.
Well, they came
total.
out multiple
3 as
times
well.
saying you got to get a booster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Even
still say you
recently
gotta
now,
get
they've been
boosters.
talking about like for like the fall going into the winter of
Get the
like
fuck
flu.
outta here.
Shut up.
fuck
I'm
outta
done with
here.
all the boosters, bro. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I
How many
got 3
shots can one man take?
Well, did you see that? I remember that guy in COVID who's like, I've had the vaccine like 96 times.
Yeah.
It's like,
God.
what? It's like, you're good.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, you're not. He's not good anymore.
He's actually the op.
That guy's a
Yeah.
fucking super soldier now. To the video game point with COVID, those first couple months when it was just nobody could leave their homes because nobody knew what it was and like nobody knew if it was gonna fucking be the Black Plague and it was gonna kill you just for like breathing, if you stepped outside. Those few months I think of in like the video game holiday break thing where it's like every day for hours we were playing Overwatch.
I get up in the morning
and
and start
Warzone
playing.
We were
and
we were
fucking
on it.
Oh,
Dead by
Warzone,
Daylight
we were on
and
it.
Ultimate Chicken Horse and fucking all the
Ultimate
shit
Chicken
Chicken
Horse
and
is
fucking
crazy.
Splitgate and all this shit for
I
hours.
fucking love Splitmas.
Splitmas.
Gun
Mary-
game and Splitmas.
Merry
This is so
fucking
good.
split.
Fucking
Why
Splitmas.
do I feel bad that I said I enjoyed I enjoyed part of the pandemic? Why do I feel
I
bad for
think
that? We
here's the
literally
thing.
You feel bad for that because all other grown up people did not enjoy it.
Here's
A
the
lot of people
thing.
lost their jobs. It was a little tough.
Yeah,
for a
it
lot
was
of
a
people.
whole
We were in a
thing.
position
I
where we were
think it's
chilling.
We're
fair and reasonable to say that there was enjoyment because, again, the first couple months when it was this thing of like it's probably gonna be over soon, and it's like no job, it was literally like a bonus summer for the first little bit. Obviously it's like you couldn't really see anybody and like that part of it sucked, but like
Yeah.
for people like us who don't mind being at home like that and who can occupy ourselves for hours a day every day for
Yeah.
3 months straight with video games, like it was a nice
It was a nice pause, but
it was like a
but
nice little
also,
pause from the world for a bit. It's just then it obviously ignoring all the like
Yeah.
the death and the like economic toll. Like it just became after a while. It's like okay, like
Yeah. But
When can we
also,
get back to
we
it?
were lucky. We're lucky in the sense of we have each other. Kind of
Yes.
thing. There are people who actually don't have
yes,
anybody.
yeah. There are also people who were like more like alone and whatever who
Yeah.
didn't have anybody. It's like that's way tougher on kind of thing. So no more COVID pandemics, please. China, calm down.
I remember every time they'd be like, "We think another lockdown's coming," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ! how many lockdowns can we have here?"
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you're saying. Like, I think for me, it was just like what you wanted when you were a kid, just to stay at home all day,
Yes.
every day, and just play.
Yeah.
And that's our time.
And that's okay. Sure.
That's the time.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the
but
Yeah, that's all I really have
anyways,
to say.
there it is. Christmas break
we
slash
kind of only
COVID.
A quarter of the topic was Christmas break.
That's fine.
We love Christmas.
It veered all over the place.
Thank
Well,
you,
anyways,
everybody.
apparently we're gonna cut this a tad short here because we're hungry and tired and we want to go. So I will say, but I doubt it. Anybody got anything to get off their chest before we go?
I want a sundae. I want ice cream sundae. Man.
I want to. That's it.
You want to come too?
What you said.
I platinumed Spider-Man 2 today.
Good
I'm
stuff.
so jealous, bro.
And-
That's gonna be the. I want to say that's gonna be my memory of this Christmas. Well, one of the memories
Mm.
playing Spider-Man 2.
I want to
I
do
hope.
more Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Mm.
And Splitmas.
Honestly,
I want to fucking split
I
this gun game and just
I
nail you
hope-
in the head with this.
I have to really follow through on this because I want to get back into playing online with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it so
I haven't-
much.
I haven't hopped online with you guys in months. The only thing I
it's
play
been
online anymore
Easily
is
a
UFC.
year.
The only person
Easily
I
a
play
year.
with like
the second
somewhat
Christmas break
regularly
hits-
is I'll play with Paulo like
Okay.
a couple times,
What
like
do you-
maybe
what do you guys
once in
play?
like a couple weeks. Recently it's been Mortal Kombat 1 or Dead by Daylight, but like I haven't
Play it.
touched Overwatch in
Damn,
months
that's so
at this
depressing.
point. Like I just haven't.
That's depressing, isn't
You guys
it?
need to help me get into comp.
You've been
what?
trying to get into comp for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I
man.
know. I don't know why I'm not there yet. I'm not at level 30 yet. Is that the level? I think it's
I
that.
have no
Anyway,
idea.
everybody.
Anyways, we're gonna
Alright.
go play video games. But anyways, Mark, Did you have anything you said when we were getting off the horn? I can't remember.
No, I was just saying we're gonna go to
You want a
McDonald's, I want ice
Sunday?
cream.
I Platinum Spider-Man. You two want to bust a nut.
Okay.
Okay, don't say that.
All
Don't say
right.
that.
And that's your
Don't
show,
want to bust a
folks.
nut. Don't want to bust a nut.
Don't wanna.
Don't.
I do.
Bye.
I won't lie. I'm not gonna front on you.